going to go ahead and get started this morning. We are starting a new unit, and that will be fun. We've got a new unit opener. We'll be doing that with our comprehension time. But right now, we're going to go ahead and start with our phonics. I want you to look at our letter. This is the sound and letter that we are building words with this week. So let's watch this because we are going to add this. This is our reading letter, and we're going to put it in.
Long A plays on a windy day. She sails on the lake. When Long A chases waves, what does she say? A, A, A. Long A plays on a sunny day. She skates along the trail. When Long A sees a snake, what does she say? A, A, A. Long A plays on a rainy day. She creates a new game. When Long A pretends to be a plane, what does she say? A, A, A.
Okay, so by looking at this letter, you know that's a capital A and a lowercase a, and you know that the sound the long A makes is what, boys and girls? A. Very good. So we're going to walk over to our vowel valley, and we are going to look for the long A. All right, so the vowel valley goes from down like a valley and then back up. Who can show me or tell me where the long A is? Where is it?
When the E follows it.
Well, when there's a silent E at the end of the word, it makes the vowel say its name. That is a rule you know. That is correct. But let's look. We have E. We have, well, this is short I, and then here's our long A. What does our long A say? A. And our key word for the long A is apron. Apron. Very good. Look at our friend's mouth. Is his mouth open?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I want everyone to look at their partner and say the A sound and see if your mouth looks like our friend's mouth. Ready? A. A. All right, stop. Does your mouth move as you say that A sound? A. It does, doesn't it? All right, let's talk about those vowels. There are three things that all vowels have in common. All of the vowels on the vowel valley, all of them have these things in common. Your mouth is open. Look at that vowel valley. Look at every card on that vowel valley. Are the mouths open? Yes, look. Every one of these friends, their mouth is what?
Open.
Very good. The sound is continuous. That means you can hold that sound as long as you have breath. So we're going to practice that, okay? I'm going to ask you to say the sound, and then when I close my fist, you're going to stop saying that sound. Are you ready? All right, ready? Begin. A. Very good. And then the sound is voiced. Who can remember what that might mean? What does it mean if the sound is voiced? Jason?
It means that if you feel your neck, it vibrates.
Very good. If you feel your neck, it vibrates. You can also cover your ears and feel that, but if you hold your hand to your neck and you say, A. Stop. Do you feel that small vibration? All right, so every vowel, all of the vowels have that in common. The mouth is open, the sound is continuous, and the sound is voiced. Very good. So what we're going to do today is we are going to listen for words that have the sound of long A and do some activities with that. All right, the first thing we're going to do is count the syllables in the words that have that sound. All right, I want you to say the word apron.
Apron.
Very good. Remember, a syllable is a chunk or a word part that has to have a vowel. Each syllable has to have a vowel. So I say apron. Say apron.
Apron.
How many syllables do you hear in apron?
2.
Very good. Say today.
Today.
How many syllables do you hear in today?
2.
Very good. Say maybe.
Maybe.
How many syllables do you hear?
2.
Very good. Say play.
Play.
How many syllables?
One.
Just one. Very good. Say bakery.
Bakery.
How many syllables?
3.
Ooh, I like it. Ready? Say amazing.
Amazing.
How many syllables?
3.
All right. Say ballet.
Ballet.
How many syllables?
2.
Very good. Say Dalmatian.
Dalmatian.
What is a Dalmatian?
It's a type of dog.
It's a type of dog. Very good. How many syllables did you hear in Dalmatian?
3.
Say alien.
Alien.
How many syllables?
3.
Very good. All right, now, say apron.
Apron.
Do you hear A in the first or second syllable?
First.
First, it's that initial sound. It's at the beginning, isn't it? Very good. Say today.
Today.
Where do you hear the A in today? At the last, it's at the last syllable, it's at the end, it's that final sound. Very good. Say maybe.
Baby.
Listen, M-A-B. Where do you hear that A in maybe? In the middle. In the middle, that's that medial sound. Say play.
Play.
Where do you hear the A in play?
At the end.
At the end, we call that the final sound. Say bakery.
Bakery.
Listen, bakery. Where do you hear the A in bakery? In the middle, the medial sound. Say amazing.
Amazing.
Where do you hear that A in amazing?
The beginning.
Well, there's an A at the beginning of amazing, but it doesn't make the long A sound. In the middle, it's the medial sound. All right? Say alien.
Alien.
Where do you hear the A in alien?
The beginning.
At the beginning, that initial sound. Very good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to look for words that have that sound of long A. What is the sound we're using? Long A. Everybody show me again what that long A sounds like and looks like. A. Very good. All right, stop. I want you to look first. We're just going to have fun with this. Look at your nameplate and tell me, raise your hand if any of you have that long A in your name. You may have an A, but it's got to make the sound of long A. I see one right now. I see one right now. What is your name?
Cordell.
Cordale. Do you hear A in Cordale? Do you? Where do you hear the A in the first or second syllable? Cordale. Second syllable. All right, Cordale, the first thing we know is we have to give it a capital letter because why, boys and girls?
It's a name.
It's a name. I like it. Where's that long A? Right there. And he has the silent E making it say its name over here, doesn't he? Very good. Jason. Jason. And he spells his with a J-A-Y. Jason. First syllable or second syllable?
Second.
Jason. Where do you hear the A? In the first syllable. All right, we give it a capital letter. Why?
It's a name.
It's a name. Anytime you give something a name, it gets a capital letter. Very good. Anybody else? Raise your hand. Hank. Is that your name? Hank. Do you hear, he's a single syllable name, but do you hear A in Hank?
Yes.
Is my mouth making the sound of A in Hank? Yes, it is. Very good. Start it with a capital letter. Hank. Very good.
Baker.
Baker. That is your last name, isn't it? Baker. Is my mouth making that A sound? Mouth placement as well as the sound. Baker. Yes, it is. Capital letter. Very good. All right. Caden. Caden. Do you hear A in Caden? Now, Caden, you spell your name with a C, don't you? C-A-I-D-E-N, or is it K? K-A-I. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something special because you haven't gotten to this phonics skill yet, but A-Y works together to say A, and guess what else works together to say A? A-I in Caden's name. That is a vowel combination that you'll get to when we start learning the other spelling patterns of long A. Kaylor. How do you spell that? Kaylor? Kaylor. Do you hear it? Very good. All right.
And my middle name is Blaine.
It has it as well, doesn't it? What about you?
Wade.
Wade. She has another special letter combination for the long A. She has the A. This word is snake, boys and girls. What is this word?
Snake.
Let's tap out the sounds in snake.
Snake.
Snake. What do you notice is at the end of this word? E. What does this silent E making this A do? Say its names. So we know that this A is long A. Very good. Next word. Let's sound out this word. Plate. Plate. Next word. Crate. Crate. Next word. Aim. Flame. Very good. Next word. Tap. How did I know not to say A in tap?
Because it doesn't have an
It doesn't have an E at the end. This is a CVC word. That means it's consonant, vowel, consonant, and the vowel is short. Very good. Remember, they put in review skills as well. Now, if this is tap, we have a silent E on this word, so this word is going to be tape. Oh, you guys are so smart. Next word. And. Next word. Ain. Cane. Very good. All right, now this is where we're going to have an open syllable word. Remember, when there's nothing closing in that syllable, the vowel says its name. It's open, so it's allowed to say its name. So we're going to say sick. Sick. What's the word?
basic.
Woo, you guys are good at this. This is laser. Like it. Next, open syllable. April. April. Very good. Oh, sorry. Bacon. Very good. All right, open syllable. Able. What's the word?
Able.
Open syllable. A-K-Bull. Bull. What's the word?
Cable.
I like it. Okay. Well, next. Open syllable. Stay.
Stable.
Open syllable. Pull. Maple. Very good. Very good. Okay, this is our part now where we are going to do some dictation. I'm going to give you some words with that long A sound because our skill for this week is long A, open syllable A, or A with a silent E at the end of a word. So, use that knowledge when you're dictating these words. Okay? Are you ready? All right. The first word, it's going to get hard on us, The first word is the word bake. Mrs. Coker can bake a cake. Everybody, tap out the sounds and bake with me. Ready, go. Bake. All right, stop and look. The is not a sound. It's a little quick burst of air. Ready? Bake. Write the word bake. Should we capitalize the word bake? No, it's not a name, is it?
No.
Everyone, spell the word bake with me.
B-A-K-E.
What do we know about the A in bake? What is making that A say its name? That silent E. All right, I want you to take away the B in bake and put a K to make the word cake. Very good. Cake. It is going to look just like the other word because all we did was change that beginning sound. Everyone, spell the word cake with me.
C-A-K-E.
We do this. The silent E is making the A say its name. Okay, we're going to do one a little bit trickier, Caden. This word is plate. Mrs. Coker loves to eat a full plate of food. Plate. Tap it out with me. Ready? O-8. Plate. It's the side. There's going to be a letter at the end that's going to make that A say its name. Write it. Plate. Oh, use what you know. There you go. Good job. Okay, this is our final piece of the phonics lesson plan from letters. Remember, we started out introducing our new concept, which is the sound of long what, boys and girls? A. We incorporated our open court into that and used some of those activities. We went to our sound wall and did our phonemic awareness piece, and then we went into word work, and we put some names, and we talked about open syllables, and we talked about how we know to use that long A when that silent E is at the end of that word. We did some dictation with those words, which is where we spell and write those words. And now we are going to do our decodable. But I have some special instructions for you with our decodable, okay? I want you to look at the title of our story. We're on the side where the story is, not the questions. Turn it to flip it over. You're on the side where the title is. The bold black title is going to tell us what the title of our story is and what we might be reading about. Let's read that title together. Jake has a pet snake. I see two words in my title that's following what we're learning about today, which is the sound of long A. And both of those words have a silent E that makes the vowel say its name. Lamar, what words am I going to highlight in my title? Jake and
Snake.
Very good. Jake and snake. You may take your highlighter and just slash across Jake and snake. Now what you're going to do now, because you guys are second graders, you're going to read this through to yourself quietly, and you're going to look for any words that you can highlight that have that long A sound. Are you going to highlight words that have the short A sound or the long A sound?
Long A.
And what sound are you listening for? A. Don't forget your mouth placement as you're doing that. All right, you may begin reading to yourself and highlighting now. Now that we've highlighted the words, you've read it to yourself, and you've looked for those words that have the sound of long what?
A.
And what is the sound of long A? A. And what lets us know? There's two things we talked about today that lets us know it's going to make that long A sound. One is the silent what?
A.
The silent E at the end of the word makes it, the vowel say its name. And then we talked about the open syllable. If there's nothing closing that vowel in a two-syllable part, the syllable is open, then the vowel says its name. Okay, like bacon, all right? Or apron. All right, so now what we're going to do is we've already read this slowly. You've read it by yourself. We've read it slowly together. Now we're going to read it like a reader reads. We're going to fluently read. So a fluent reader reads with expression. What do they read with?
Expression.
They read with automaticity. That means they don't have to stop and think about the word. It automatically comes to mind. They can retrieve it quickly. So they read with automaticity. What do they read with?
Automaticity.
Very good. And they read at a good rate. Not too fast, not too slow, but just right. All right, you think we can do that together?
Yeah.
All right, I need your finger walking and your mouth talking, and Mrs. Coker's going to read it with you. Let's begin by reading the title. Are you ready? Ready, go. Jake has a pet snake. Jake has a pet snake. His snake's name is Blake. Most pet snakes are tame and safe. Blake is tame too. Jake's pal is Kate. Kate hates snakes. This is a big snake. Will it escape? Jake tells Kate it is safe. Kate asks, what does it eat? Jake says it just eats little things. Kate is brave. She taps with Jake. Blake makes a funny hiss. That is Jake's snake. All right, guys, let's make some connections with word meaning. What does it mean if this snake, Blake, is tame? He's tame. What might that mean?
It means that he's not gonna go wild, and it's like teach her not do bad things.
He won't go wild. Blake is a good pet to have, right? Very good. And it never told us what they kept Blake in, but I heard her tap on the glass and I heard them raise a lid. So I reckon what that might be. Reckon what that might be.
A tank?
Maybe a tank. Okay. Kind of like an aquarium, but no water. Okay. Many of you have seen that. All right, that is awesome. So before we wrap up our phonics and finish and move into comprehension today, let's review. We went to the Vowel Valley because we got a new letter this or a review. It's not new. You guys are second graders. It's the long sound of A. And we learned 2 ways to make the long sound of A today. And that's the open syllable and then what else, Carter? Please stop. What's the other part? That word, that letter at the end of a word? The silent E makes the vowel say it's very good. We went to the Vowel Valley to make sure we were doing our mouth placement correctly, and we were. That's how we make sure we aren't using the wrong A when we're reading those words, okay? All right, we also talked about there are 3 things that all of these vowels do. Who can remember what those 3 things are when I'm making the sound of any vowel? Who can tell me? It's on the chart. Yes.
Open, mouth, sound continued, and sound voice.
That's right. Every one of these vowels, short or long, the mouth is open. The sound is continuous. As long as you have breath, you can say that sound. And it is what? Voice, which means what's happening in my throat. Jason, you told us earlier. What's happening? There's what? There's vibrations. All right, very good.